Naruto's daughter has just surpassed him. With Kurama's return, we learn that Himawari's chakra assimilates with him better than anyone, making her the best Jinchuriki in ninja history. But that's not all. Inojin has died.
No. Anyway, last week...
Okay, you might not care, but the characters certainly do. It's triggered a new transformation within Himawari, just like her grandmother Kushina. This all leads to Himawari teaming up with her brother to save Naruto and Sasuke. Himawari's new power is ridiculously strong, but how does she have more potential than Naruto? Well, Two Blue Vortex Chapter 10 starts with Shikadai's squad making their escape from the Shinju to avoid damage to the village. No worries though, because Konohamaru and his team of farmers have arrived.
It's about time.
But everyone realizes Jura is after Himawari, and so Kawaki stops tweaking for once and immediately heads out to protect her. After all, Himawari means a lot to him. Remember, she was one of the first people to accept and love Kawaki for who he is, despite his many flaws, such as always being angry and on edge, treating people around him like crap, almost killing someone for bumping into him, having a potty mouth.
A few moments later.
Breaking his promise with Boruto to use the ninja way.
3 hours later.
Killing her brother. Then lying to the entire world about Naruto making Himawari an orphan.
God damn.
But since Naruto's kind nature has been passed down to his children, Himawari, just like her father, gave him a second chance.
You what?
Remember Vase-kun? Kawaki broke it and made it a goal to fix it due to the empathy he felt towards Himawari's kindness. It was a symbolic metaphor for the amendment of himself and his relationships. However, his repentance went even further when he sacrificed his arm to save her life against Delta. But since I know most of you skipped the anime, am I right?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Their relationship actually developed even further with a Ninja Academy arc that gives context to Two Blue Vortex Chapter 10. For example, take a look at these scenes.
今日もカイさんのこと護衛するの？
なんでそのこと？
一人じゃ大変でしょ？
大きなお世話だ。
いるんじゃないかな？私の助け。
So basically, throughout this entire arc, Himawari teaches Kawaki about teamwork and being kind, as all the other students find him to be cold and hard to approach. However, slowly, these layers start peeling off, and in episode 273, whilst facing a threat, Kawaki tells Himawari they are partners and he trusts her. This leads to him tanking attacks for her safety as they save their classmate against Hana, which Kawaki smacks up, telling that biatch not to underestimate Himawari.
That's enough to make a grown man cry.
Her real brother, on the other hand, is still helpless, as his karma seal is still active, meaning Boruto's too much of a risk to enter the battlefield. Thus, the strongest shinobi of all time is currently unavailable to help against Jura, who flies off after Himawari.
Meanwhile,
Hidari steps in to stop Team Trash from following him. He asks, what brings you here? Like, bruh, it's their village. What the hell are you doing here? Huh? But this is when they realize that Hidari is not Sasuke, despite all the chakra checks matching perfectly. However, thankfully, an actual competent shinobi shows up to battle, Sarada Uchiha. Remember from Two Blue Vortex Chapter 5, the Shinju want to devour the ones they feel strong bonds with, stemming from their host's love for them. Bug wants Ada, Mitsuri wants Konohamaru, Jura wants Naruto, and Hidari wants Sarada. And so, he makes the first move straight away, popping up from a belt behind her, attacking with his Chidori. But Sarada, with just her base Sharingan, is able to instantly react and counter with a Chidori of her own, taking Hidari down. This is heavily linked to chapter 69. Sarada felt useless due to not being able to keep up with Boruto and the power creep of the series. They stated, in order to face Otsutsuki, we need just as much power and resolve too. As a result, we are finally seeing the results of training for 3 years. Given that the belt markings are compared to Minato's flying Raijin and Hidari is equal to an Otsutsuki, because come on, we just saw Jura no-diff Kawaki and knocked him out with only a few punches, we start to understand that Sarada has become the strongest Uchiha to ever exist. Even at 12 years old, she matched Sakura's supreme chakra control in her punches, which could even take on Deepa's carbon. Then, Sasuke passed on all his abilities by training her Chidori, amongst other things. So with this feat alone, Sarada seems to be moving faster than light speed, as Hidari scales above Jigen, and Naruto was already above that level. Plus, this isn't even accounting for her Mangekyo Sharingan, which has evolved through the emotions of love rather than hatred. That being said, Hidari gets up back on his feet as Sarada questions who the hell is he and why does he know their jutsu? Well, think Sarada, think. Boruto literally told you in chapter 6 how the Shinju work and that Sasuke got plant potted. So who do you think it is? A Hokage needs the brains to figure it out before getting eaten like a sandwich. However, whilst this is happening, Himawari meets baby Kurama, as the two now share the same mind and body. Confused as to why this is the case, like all of us, Kurama finally reveals the truth, confirming everything the community predicted. Give yourselves a round of applause because Kijimoto must have watched our videos, and I'd appreciate a like on the video please. Cause Kurama explains how death isn't eternal for tailed beasts, as they're simply big living beings made of chakra, meaning they can't die. Once enough time passes, they will be reborn just like the Three Tails has done multiple times during Naruto. That being said, even Kurama admits that, hey, you know what? Maybe that's not what happened. Maybe he exists because Himawari was born with a trace of the Kyuubi chakra when Naruto and Hinata went balls deep.
I love you, Hinata.
Or perhaps the mix of Uzumaki and Hyuga chakra brought Kurama back. Or maybe it's just fate. Either way, given the current situation, it doesn't matter how he's back. So basically, he literally says,
don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product.
But in the real world, she's flat out unconscious, which is bad as Jura is full steam ahead after them. Why didn't he just use a belt to instantly teleport?
Don't ask questions.
Nonetheless, this brought time for Himawari and Kurama to come to their senses as she wakes up ready to fight. Jura fires off another mini-tailed beast bomb from his Rinnegan, forcing Team 10 to brace for a crash landing as Chocho uses her expansion jutsu to cushion them. It's all for nothing though, as Jura steps in, explaining that despite being a good team, he's gonna delete them from the story now. This gets Himawari in a panic, so she calls for Kurama to do something, which is when the Kyuubi explains there's nothing he can do. If she wants his power, Himawari must act now. And so, Kurama drops the bombshell that Himawari has more chakra than any of Kurama's previous Jinchuriki. This includes Kushina, Mito, Minato, Obito. In fact, she has such a high affinity with Kurama's chakra that it even surpasses Naruto. And just thinking about that is insane, because even Kakashi claimed Naruto has 100 times more chakra than himself, and he was born as Asura, the dunce when it comes to Hagoromo's genetics. Remember when he stated there was a huge difference in his sons? One had genes containing powerful chakra and one did not. No matter how exceptional both parents are, there's no guarantee one will inherit their abilities, which made Naruto just like Ashura. That means Himawari has more than 100 times the amount of chakra compared to an elite Jonin with Kurama, making it pretty much a bottomless pit, being able to achieve every single feat Naruto did and more with perfect KCM. Kurama states that he coexisted with Naruto, whilst with Himawari, they share a single body and soul, as he was born inside of her rather than being sealed, which would explain why their assimilation with each other is superior. This might even be a callback to Kishimoto's original one-shot of Naruto before it was even published, where Naruto was the nine-tailed fox itself. People, we can't forget, even Damon, the actual strongest character, already claimed 3 years ago that Himawari has an intensity that should have been able to dodge his punches. This is the same dude that knocked out a limitless code with ease, and that dude scales above Naruto or Sasuke at full power. This lets us know what Himawari's potential is, being able to reach Boruto's power level if Kurama is mastered on top of her Byakugan. For example, Hinata's princess version of that dojutsu could see 20 kilometers to all sides, whilst Neji's fodder one was 800 meters. That's 25 times more.
Nah, come on, now that is genetics, man.
Bruh, someone put Harrison on a timeout, please. Because when you consider that she's the daughter of a ninja princess and a ninja prophet, it makes sense. Her blood is the closest thing to Kurama's own creator, as she has chakra from both Hagoromo and Hamura.
Wait. So, Neji was right then, yeah? That's what I'm getting from this. Everything and all power are determined by genetics, yeah?
You wanna slap?
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
Anywho, Kurama tells Himawari that she has to forget any preconceived notions she has about her strength and believe in herself now, or else she may never get another chance to. And so, she flies in, landing a kick straight onto oh wait, okay, maybe not. Just like her brother, Himawari has felt the pain of having a limb twisted in the wrong direction by an Atsuki. This sees her almost give up immediately, saying it's impossible that she'll ever be able to face something that strong. Inojin, on the other hand, wastes no time fighting back, trying to protect Himawari just like he promised. Let's see how that went, shall we?
Holy shit, he's dead!
Nonetheless, with Himawari captured in Jura's tree, his goal is almost complete, as what he means by devouring her is not to use her as a meal prep, no. Rather, he just needs to turn Himawari into a tree. That way, he could use her QB chakra as nourishment while she just painlessly waits for all her chakra to be drained, and then she dies. However, Inojin is having none of that, so he rushes in, this time with the most deadly weapon in his ninja arsenal, a kunai!
Get out of here, man!
Himawari realizes that Inojin stands no hope, so she begs Jura to stop, but as he himself states, he offered Team 10 multiple chances to not get involved with all of this, yet they still did. Thus, when Inojin uses the last of his energy to touch Jura's stinky ass feet, he makes an example of him, adding Inojin to the long list of anime characters that have joined the Donut Club. Now, this entire scene of begging and witnessing someone get hurt parallels what happened with Naruto seeing Hinata get hurt against Pain. That being said, there is still hope for that one Inojin fan watching the video. Don't worry, we've got you. As something like this has happened in the past in chapter 297, when Sai went to meet with Orochimaru. In this instance, he fired a blade straight through Sai's heart. However, it turned out to be nothing more than a ink clone. Plus, we know how much shinobi are trained in the art of clickbait, having you believe they're dead just for them to go poof and be a clone. Substitution jutsu has been written out of the story, people, because it was too OP. There's also the fact that Kurama's chakra can be used to heal his wounds too. Himawari's emotions go crazy. Seeing this exists, Jura states that this is aesthetic. Aesthetic means the philosophical study of beauty and taste, which links back to his goal of understanding emotions and the entire world. To him, seeing Himawari crying at the death of a friend is art. and it only gets more beautiful as Himawari's raging emotions unlock. Her QB mode gives her 9-tailed strands of hair looking just like Kushina had done before. This is all in stark contrast to how Kurama was with Kushina, showcasing the difference Naruto made in the world. Back then, he told Kushina to never forget her hatred and that he was the only one that could free her from the life of imprisonment she lived. And so, when she loses her composure and gives Kurama an opportunity to hijack her body, he uses it to incite evil. But now, he's telling Himawari to embrace her anger and this time use it to save someone. Lady Mito even told Kushina that she would never find the close bonds and happiness she wants by sitting around and waiting. She has to chase it for herself. Even in chapter 1, Himawari told Team 10 that she still believes in Boruto, that he's a good person, because according to her memories, someone like that wouldn't sacrifice their lives for someone else and cause all this trouble in the world. Once she realizes the truth and reunites with her real brother, shit's gonna go down, as they are the most overpowered ninjas around. So imagine the freaking shock on Naruto's face when he gets on seal. Bruh, my man might retire as Hokage straight away for Sarada to take over. Everyone is shocked to see this once sweet girl enter her own rage mode, as both her and Kurama prepared to go all out against Jura. Now to enjoy more peak fiction, why not enjoy this video regarding Rimuru, the actual strongest anime character to exist that can even beat Goku.